On the day in question, I was in my home, relaxing as I normally do around that time of day, when I heard this loud crash. I come to the front door there where my plants was laying all everywhere along the walkway there. Her car was in the yard. All my gates and stuff were destroyed. So she was like her airbag in her vehicle had opened. So what I did, I called the paramedics to come out for her. When paramedics came, they did something for her. Did nothing for my plants.
Wait a minute now, Mr. Magruder. I'll get back to that in just a second. Let me give Ms. King an opportunity to respond to that, but I want to talk to you about these plants.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. King, what happened? Did you crash into Mr. Magruder's fence that day?
Your Honor, I was driving home from the Navy base, minding my own business. I was proceeding down Shirley Drive, and all of a sudden, out of my peripheral view, I could see something coming at me, and before I could turn, I was hit. My car jumped the curve, went into Mr. Magruder's fence.
Who hit you? How were you hit?
I was hit by another vehicle that held 3 teenagers in a stolen car.
So you are denying that you did crash into Mr. Magruder's fence?
After being hit by
But you
these
were hit by
teenagers.
another car.
Right, it wasn't as though I was going down the street and I said, oh, there's a fence. Let me run into this fence. It didn't happen that way. Your Honor.
I got this to show you, ma'am. Can you show the judge this for me, please?
I would like to see that.
This is just some of the plants, but I normally had them lined up down my walkway.
But, Mr.
And
Magruder,
I suffer inconvenience for my
plants.
mail. My mailman had to pick up the fence to deliver the mail, and when I come home in the evening, I had to pick up the fence to go up underneath there to get the mail.
I was a victim here as well. I have photos of my car. My car was a total loss. I even have the police report stating that I did not do this intentionally.
Let me see. There's no question in my mind that this was not intentional. The question is now who's going to pay for the damage on the fence. What about the response to the question about the insurance company? Did the insurance company say that your homeowners was supposed to pay?
This is really going to turn your hat. I called the insurance company, so I called my insurance company. Can I mention the name?
No, we don't need to know the name.
Anyway, I called my insurance agent, and he told me, he said, Mr. Magruder, we done sent someone out there to look at the damage, but you're going to have to come up with $500. I said, $500? I'm resting in my home. She going to knock my fence down. Now, I got to dig in my pocket to give somebody $500? Well, I said, that's not right. I said, that's not right at all. That's the only reason why I brought suit against Miss Donna King. It's nothing really personal against her.
I understand.
But I'm doing it in the name of my plants and for, you know what I'm saying.
All right.
Your Honor, no matter what kind of damage would have come to his house, he would still have to come up with the deductible.
The estimate for repairing the fence is how much, Mr. Magruder? Let me get to that.
One of them is $977 because, look, I've been, not only that, Your Honor, now she ain't telling you, I'm right next to a park that takes up 4 blocks.
Now, what does the park have to do with
the
it,
park?
Mr.
For
Magruder?
across the street from your house.
That's right. Tell the judge what I said, across the street. For 23 years, Your Honor, for 23 years, they had dogs been trying to get into these plants I'm telling you about. These azaleas and these petunias. They've been trying to get in there for 23 years. But I keep my place well locked up for security reasons. But when Miss Donna King had her little accident, oh, the dogs and the animals, they just couldn't wait. Because, look, if you show the picture, it's too many plants for me to be constantly moving. I only move them in the winter in the home.
There is no question in my mind that this fence is important.
Yes, ma'am.
That this fence provides security, not only for your home, but for your plants, from all that's going on in the neighborhood. What I want to try to get down the bottom line, the fair resolution of this case is who ought to be responsible.
She was the man can't control of her?
Well, I don't know that we can say that. And you weren't in the car, so you can't say it either. What we're going to say, though, is that she was hit.
Yes, ma'am.
She did not intentionally destroy your property. If, in fact, your home insurance policy is supposed to pay for this, it seems to me that there still is a matter of the $500 deductible. Just a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Which I am going to order that Ms. King pay that and that you file with your insurance company for the rest of that. Now, what I want you to walk away from this understanding is that as important as your plants are to you, that we really should be very grateful that Ms. King was not injured more seriously than she was. Because ultimately, as important, and I don't minimize the importance of your yard and your plants and the security that your fence provides you, but ultimately, lives cannot be replaced. Plants can.
That's why I called
and
for
with
her
that,
first.
And with that, Mr. Magruder, I'm going to award you the $500 deductible, and you're going to have to file with your insurance company for the balance.
All right, can
I say this? Nothing further. Nope. Nothing further.
Yes,
we will stand adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.